What is up, guys? Welcome back and good morning. Today is a day that we are going to be running around and we're going to be working on the LS G35, so don't you worry. But today, first off things we got to do is Myke is going to be heading over with the C6. I don't know if he's dropped the C6 to show you what it looks like right now, so I can't show you, I can't tell you, but I can tell you that we're going to be on a little bit of a road trip today. We're going to be heading out to Sacramento. He's going to be getting some things done to it. And so, yeah, check out his content though. I can't spoil anything. I don't know what's a secret and what's not. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't tell you everything that's going on with it. But first and foremost, we're going to head out there and then we're going to head back to the garage. I almost said the shop because, I mean, let's face it, this is a shop. Look at all of the stuff here. But yeah, we're going to head back. I think we're picking up the drive shaft for the LS G35 today. So we're gonna put the drive shaft in, we're gonna be able to put the exhaust in, we're gonna be able to put the Akibonos on. Yeah, because I came, if you guys saw the last video, I picked up parts for it. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, we're gonna make some progress on here. Also, just so you guys know, this car, if you guys are following my Instagram, you guys know that we had a vote on the wrap. And so the wrap stuff that we are doing is between an olive green and a Nardo. And I know all of y'all are voting for the Nardo and want the Nardo, but I don't know if I'm so on board with the Nardo. Like, I love how Nardo gray looks, don't get me wrong. It is a dope color, but it's played out. And that olive green that I put up on there is like a light green. I think would play off really well for the white. And I have some other things, you know, other little tricks up my sleeve. So it's not just gonna be like blast the car with, you know, the olive green. I'm gonna do a black roof. I wanna do a couple like carbon goodies on here and make it like just look super clean, not how it looks right now. Not that it doesn't look good right now, but if you guys have followed the build process, you guys know that the front end was whopped. And so all of this stuff is all mix match stuff. It is done right. I was building it for me. And also, yeah, the car runs super good now. It drives how it should with a Vortex supercharger. Like, this car is ready to rip. One of y'all are gonna win just a super sick, already built, drift ready with a cage, drift spec, Nissan 350Z. So I'm super excited about that. And in one of the videos coming up this week, you guys are gonna see that we're wrapping it. You're gonna see the progress. Please follow me on my Instagram. I'm gonna drop it right here at the Instagram at The Crooked King, if you guys wanna see all the updates on it. So without further ado, let's get ready to go and get up out of here. In here, you guys already know, gotta say bye to the puppies. Bye, Penny, say bye-bye. Bye, Daddy will be back in a little bit. Lay down, Dizzy, lay down, lay down. Okay, so there has been a slight change in plans. Instead of him meeting us over at the house, we are gonna go over and meet him at the gas station. He just called me and he said that he doesn't have any gas. So I'm gonna meet him there and we're gonna dip out from there out to Sacramento. So that's where we're headed right now. All right, real quick, you can see the vets over there. We met up with Myke, but like I said, I can't show y'all. So we're heading out right now. All right, so we are home. Grab this. Sorry to kind of blue balls you guys a little bit with the C6, but like I said, go check out my homie's video. You'll get to see it. It's out today also. So yeah, I'm sure he dropped it also. But we are gonna put this down. He gave me the bracket for the alternator. I'm gonna explain that in just a second. And the other thing, we had to go buy driveline service in Sacramento and get the drive shaft. So we also have the drive shaft, new jammy. It had to be extended 9 inches and I am hoping it works. So I'm gonna pull this thing out. You see, it looks good. Ooh, steel drive shaft. There we go. But I have this one. So now's the real test. Now to see, make sure it's the proper length. Oh, it's in there.
Like a glove.
You can see the drive line is now all in. One piece drive shaft, fits perfectly. I don't even have the bolts tight. This is perfect. So now
you guys are gonna get to see the exhaust go in and the undercarriage pretty much be done. I do have to put the voodoo arms in, so we're gonna do that too, but we are making like serious progress underneath here, knowing that everything's bolted up, everything's gonna be done. All right, so we have all the bolts are all tightened on the drive shaft. And so you guys can see, I've opened up this other package. This is the alternator relocation kit. This is what it's gonna look like. It actually puts it off to the side where the AC compressor on the factory LS motor goes. However, since we're using the LOJ parts, we are able to utilize the factory AC compressor from the G35. So we have space over here. Myke got a really nice kit. This is ICT Billet Solutions. You guys check them out. They have all kinds of different swap kits, and like it goes from mild to wild with all of these different mounts. Really nice billet aluminum. But we have an extension for the alternator. Because the alternator was supposed to be on the driver's side, now we have to locate it over on the passenger side. You're gonna need an extension harness, really nice. You can see it looks just like the wire harness that's in there. And then they have the two brackets and all the bolts and stuff necessary. So this is something we're gonna be putting in. I need to look into this a little bit more before we put it in the car today. So I'm not promising that this video we're gonna be putting this one in, because I do have to change the dampener. Myke got a really nice, what is it, fluid, ATI super dampener. So we gotta take this one off. Like I told you guys in the last video, this rubber seal goes bad. It already looks like it's starting to. And then this comes apart, and so does your motor. So we're gonna be changing that out with the ATI one. But we're gonna be doing the brakes also today. Now that we're flying right through this, we're gonna do the brakes, which are the Akibonos, way bigger than these ones. I think they're in here. I'll show you guys in a bit. But first things first, I wanna finish off the exhaust and the stuff underneath the car. So I need to get this stuff out, lay it down, and start piecing it together underneath. So that way the drive shaft is done, the exhaust is done, and then we're gonna do the voodoo arms, really simple. Because Myke had the fenders rolled like this, it's gonna kind of change, I don't know, the camber or whatever. It's not changing it, but because it sticks out, we wanna be able to change it so that way it looks like it's like tucked in the best that we can be. Adjust the camber and I think he just got camber arms. I'm gonna have to check and make sure. Sorry, he gets so many parts, so much stuff sent to me that I'm like, I don't know, all I can do is just kind of roll with it. So sometimes I forget everything that we have for all these builds. So yeah, either way, we're putting in voodoo arms for this, and we're gonna be able to adjust. I know the camber for sure, because you can see it's kind of sticking out, and hopefully when it squats, the top end goes in a little bit, and if we can pull it in with the camber arm, hopefully manipulate and adjust how the wheels are sitting for the fitment. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. First things first, like I said, I'm gonna take out the exhaust and we're gonna get this thing in here. All right, so it's a little hard because of the glare from the sun to set up a time lapse, especially it being under the car. But let me give you the first look at the exhaust. This is such a clean exhaust, it's ridiculous. You can see how it goes all the way down. Just super clean. Everything went together like factory. I do have to get the bracket that goes here to hold this one up, but I do have this one over here. So at least this is, or over there, sorry. At least it's being held up. And then I have the two that are there, plus all the stuff that goes that way. But other than that one bracket, this exhaust is completely done. So let's move on to the brakes. All right, coming over here, you can see we got the big dads out now. I don't know if you guys saw Myke's last video, but we did a comparison. You can see how significantly bigger these ones are. The Akibonos, and they're actually infinity ones, so it's gonna look perfect on here, especially being the silver on silver. So we had to get a couple things. There are brackets that we bought from Z1. These brackets are only used for the front. The rears actually bolt right up. There is a whole bunch of different bolts. There's the black ones that will bolt these to the car, and then the silver ones are the longer ones that will bolt these to the brackets. So pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy, but we're gonna take this apart. We're gonna put the new one on. Look at that rotor too. Huge. But let's start with the front. We're gonna take the stuff off and then we'll move to the rear. so you guys can see I was having a little bit of an issue with these, setting these up. These are a huge, like 12 millimeter Allen or maybe even bigger. And looking in my drawer and across the way at the neighbor's house, he doesn't have any. So it's gonna put it on hold for a second. Y'all know what that sound is. Mike's coming by to drop off some stuff, but I don't have this Allen, so I'm gonna have to run to the store and get it to continue this. So,
okay, so we are back. I went to 3 different places and they all didn't have the size Allen that I need. I believe it's a 12 millimeter or a 14 millimeter Allen. It's a big dad. And so the stores that are open right now don't have them. So unfortunately, I think that's gonna call it a wrap for today. It's okay because I didn't really get that far. I wanted to start with the fronts, knowing that there could be something that shows up, and I was right. And so I think that's gonna be it for today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get on it. I think I'm gonna head down to Ace Hardware. I'm gonna see if they have the Allen. I'm sure they probably do. They have everything. But I'm gonna get that, and then I think I'm gonna start fresh. I think I'm gonna start probably do like a how-to video. At least the beginning of the video is going to be a how-to on how to do the akebonos, because I have not done it for a long time. I remember putting the Brembos, I think, on Mike's car a long time ago when we were at the shop, but I don't think I've done a how-to for the akebono. So that might be a really good start of the video, and then carry out the course of the rest of the day, because we still have stuff we need to do on this. Mike dropped off a bunch of sensors today, and so we need to put in O2 sensors. I think there's a coolant temp sensor, the brakes. Oh, and I got to do the arms. And so I didn't do the arms because I was going to take the wheels off, take the brakes off, and that would give me a little more access to be able to break the bolts off that are for the lower Voodoo camber arms. And so, yeah, I didn't even get to those today. So that's what's on the schedule for tomorrow. There will be a video starting tomorrow on the akebono how-to and the arms. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a wrap. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video today. Sorry it's been kind of like all over and mixed matched. I don't know, like it's just been a kind of a hectic day today. But tomorrow we'll be back on schedule. It'll be stuff for the LS G35. I think Mike's gonna come over. We're gonna hang out. You know how that always goes. We never know how it goes. So it's gonna be a good time as always. And yeah, so I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna edit this video, and I will see you guys in the morning. I hope you guys have been well. I hope your families have been well. Take care of each other. Much love. I'm gonna see you in the next video.